Good evening, sisters and brothers. It is a joy and a pleasure to say congratulations to all of the award recipients. Minister Don and Angie, I haven't seen you in a while. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Clive Trail and Claiborne, man, well-deserved, each and every one. We have to always say thank you to the people in our community that give up their time, that put their life on the line sometimes to do what is correct. So we do that by giving you citations, official citations that document the work that you've done and goes into the archives in state government. Because if we don't do that, then some of us that are Africans and African Americans and Caribbeans, it would be said that we have no achievements at all. So we have to make sure that we say thank you as African American legislators in the best way that we can. Now we know that you all are always in the trenches. Why? Because I'm usually there with you and we're always doing the work together. But so many times people don't say thank you to people that do that. So that's another joy and a pleasure that we're going to just share with you tonight. Thank you so much, each and every one of you that are the award recipients. I've got to do one commercial, and that is that most of you know that we've been very actively fighting against the death penalty. Tomorrow at 9:30, there will be a press conference on the steps, the grand staircase on the second floor inside the State House. We'd ask everyone that's planning on coming down and testifying against the death penalty to get there a little bit earlier, participate in the press conference, and then we'll go immediately to Gardner Auditorium. Last week in a snowstorm, the first real public hearing against the death penalty was held. I chaired it. The Black Caucus were participants. The families of murdered victims for reconciliation. In other words, the families that have been victimized that say we still don't support the death penalty were there, and the American Friends. So we're going to get that crew, that team of folks back again, and all of the rest of the folks locally that feel the pain of violence just as I do, because all families are touched by violence, whether you be victimized or whether you be the person that might have been the perpetrator. It is a struggle for each and every one of us, and that's why we all have to work so hard. It looks like we might be up by 3. Last year we won it by 1. If it's a snowstorm, somebody gets sick, someone goes out of the room for a minute. Next week when we have the vote, if it comes up next week, we could lose it. Therefore, the death penalty would be reinstated again. They are not prepared for that. Believe you me. I sit on Ways and Means, and those folks from the courts came by us, and one by one they had to admit that they are not prepared to institute the kind of legal services and opportunities that someone would have to have if they were sentenced to death. So we have a big problem here in Massachusetts. It's not unlike all over the country, because believe me, we are walking, talking targets. If you're poor, if you're black, Latino, any person of color, you're in big trouble. This one's for you. So I want to see as many people in this room also taking some time off. The hearings are going to be running all day, so take an early lunch break, a coffee break, or whatever. If you work downtown, just walk across the street to Gardner Auditorium and join us any point during the day. It's important. You know, we changed the tenor of debate. People change. They don't say the things that they would say when Africans aren't in the room. You know what I mean? So once we're in the room, they don't act the way they would normally act. It is a good thing to look out and see people of color supporting their elected officials and other people on issues like this and all other issues as well. In regards to the census, we need as many enumerators. The only people that are going to count us is us. So we better make sure that we have a number of people on the street making sure that every form is filled out correctly and every individual that looks like us is counted. Also, one other thing, and that is that Bob Edwards was supposed to bring me to this event. He is at the hospital as we speak with his uncle. His uncle is very, very ill, and he wanted me to let you know that he wasn't letting the group down. He's not going to be here probably to do the final remarks because he is at the hospital. And without further ado, I guess we'll get on with the awards presentation. Peace and thank you.